How you guys doing out there? This is James. Just have the conversation. I like to talk about things in pop culture and use those as a backdrop to talk about how to live in this crazy world better through having conversations. Right now, I want to talk about an interview that I saw on YouTube, Ja Rule and the N-word. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because it is a shame how rappers still use the N-word and use it as though it's nothing. And I'm going to give you my solution to this whole situation because I see this as a problem. Like I said, Ja Rule is talking about how basically in the video he was getting interviewed by, I think it was Vlad. And he was saying that the N-word is a part of our culture. However, he doesn't like when white kids use it and catch a conversation. But he was also talking about how when rappers are on stage singing their songs and the N-word is used, how can white kids not say when it's actually part of the song? So he was having, to me, he was being real hypocritical, two-faced, whatever you want to call it. And the thing is that the history of that word is like dynamite. We weren't alive back in the 16 through 1800s when it was used heavily by slave owners against their, as back then was called, property. It was used as dynamite. That word was used whenever people wanted to use that word on black people and get them to do something or whatever to call. I don't think they ever use their names. They just say, hey, N-word, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. However it goes. And it's just a shame that people of today's society in the past, the word actually never died. And it's a shame how that singular word, that one singular word from history has lived 200 years. And it gets into another idea that I want to talk about too, brainwashing. From the 1800s, we were brainwashed by that word. From 1865, when slavery was abolished, till now, 2023, that's what, another 400 years? So black people have brainwashed themselves for 600 years. And it's a shame. We were brainwashed with it in the 16 to 1800s. Times changed. We continue to use it on ourselves. Brainwashing has three phases: change, refreezing. Brainwashing, change, and refreezing. I'm not getting that right, but it has three phases. And the thing is that how can you, as a predominant rapper or a former predominant rapper, say, hey, I don't like white people when they use it to catch a conversation, but it's a part of songs, it's a part of our culture? No, it's not a part of our culture. The only reason why it's still a predominant thing is because people of color, black people, still use the word as candy. Jay-Z said on Oprah one time, it's a term of endearment. No, it's not. How can we use the word as a term of endearment when it was used against us for 200 years? It's the same thing with women using B word because men called them B's for a long time. The same word with LGBTQ community using the Q word. No. All these are forms of brainwashing, in my opinion. In order to change the narrative and change the entire societal landscape of verbiage, whatever happened to calling each other homeboy, homegirl, friend? Are these words not cool, if you will? Are these words not popular? I mean, what is wrong with calling someone friend if that's really your friend? Why do you have to say, hey, what's up, my neck? Or what's up, bitch? Or what is wrong with actually using the actual word that is the actual thing that someone is? Hey, that's my friend right there. Hey, that's my boy. That's my girl. That's my dude. That's my homie. What's wrong with using the actual word? And the whole thing about it is, why do people want to sound cool all the time? I don't understand that. There's nothing wrong with sounding just yourself. I'm not saying don't have any personality. I'm not saying that at all. Why do rappers feel the N-word is valid? Hey, the video cut out on me, but I'm back. And like I was saying, why do rappers feel the N-word is so valid still? And the thing is, with the years moving forward and everything like that, it seems like why are we still stagnated in a world, in a mental prison? Because in my opinion, using the N-word is basically taking something that was used in the past against us and turning it into something that's good, when in the past it's not. And people always saying things evolve with time and things like that. Why would we want to use a word that was originally created against us? Why would anyone want to use a word or use anything that's originally created against you? It doesn't make any sense. Women using the B word as with their homegirls and using it on themselves, and LGBTQ using the Q word. I mean, I looked up the Q, and it means weird. There's nothing wrong with being weird. People who used to use the Q, people who used to use that word against people who are gay, were really insecure, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with having personality. There's also nothing wrong with actually calling someone what they are instead of using a word that was meant to break us down. It doesn't make any sense to me, like I said. Ja Rule seemed like he was trying to be cool. Seemed like he was trying to not get called out being a sellout or something like that. If you feel a certain way, it's not even for just Ja Rule. If you feel a certain way about words, language, or whatever you want to call it, Ja Rule, Jeffrey Atkins, why don't you just say what you want to say and let the chips fall where they may? And that goes for anybody. If you feel a certain way about word usage, who uses it, or just a word in general, say what you want to say. Because obviously you feel that people shouldn't use the word, or certain people shouldn't use the word. And I feel that no one should use the word myself at all. Because it connotates, it has an underlying meaning, you know, and people always say context is key. Screw context. The N-word is the only word in the English language that I can think of that is spelled a certain way, pronounced a certain way, and has historical meaning. No other word in English language has that letter combination. None. Except for the country in Africa. But it only has one G. So my solution is that there's nothing wrong with having personality, but at the same time, let's unbrainwash ourselves in every walk of life. Call people what they really are. Hey, that's my homeboy. That's my homegirl. That's my dude. You know, we go back. That's my road dog. That word was used a lot 15 years. That's my road dog. That's my ride or die. That word was used a lot 10, 15 years ago. Why not use the word that really symbolizes what that person is to you? Why not use it? We're in a day and age where things are simplistic, things are more straightforward. Why not say, that's my boy, that's my dude, that's my girl, that's my homie, that's my ride or die, that's my road dog. We've been through everything together. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And matter of fact, in this day and age, with things going on the way they have, it's better to just be straightforward and honest with who's in your circle. Ja Rule, Jeffrey Atkins, you were whatever you guys want to call it, a predominant figure in rap music. You're people know you, is what I'm trying to say. People know you. And for you to say what you said is disheartening, because you, along with a lot of other people in the same demographic, can really change the narrative about black people and about language use. I want to let you get back to your lives. So bottom line, what's wrong with calling each other homeboy, homegirl, road dog, whatever like that? We need to kill the narrative on despicable words used against us and trying to use them as a positive